All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos, and yeah, we're gonna talk about this weekend fights, and we're gonna talk about Errol Spence clearing the path for Danny Garcia to get the Errol Spence fight. I'm going to get the Manny Pacquiao fight. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And yeah, let's get into it real quick. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Uh, yeah, I did a live stream since last week. Well, late last week, but we can start off with the Lubin shit real quick. In the Robbie Jr. Granados card, a lot of people seem to think Granados won that fight. I didn't score it. I watched it. Um, people use copy box as a reason why a guy won or lost the fight. I don't even believe copy box is real. It's somebody at home telling you what landed, what didn't land. And even if they sitting at the fight, it's hard to tell what landed and what didn't land until they start putting sensors or some scientific type of process in it. That's the human element. That's just like a judge saying he seen the fight one way and another judge seen the fight another way. Copy box should never really be discussed on who won the fight because it doesn't tell you, even if it was accurate, it doesn't tell you how clean the punch was, how effective the punch was. So at the end of the day, it just tells you anything that's a power punch, that's anything that's considered not considered a jab, is a power punch. So I don't really believe in copy box. Easter, he picked Granados apart. He looked a little bit better at 140. He fought a lot better, but really, only way he gonna become champion at 140 pounds is if Regis, Josh Taylor, and Jose Ramirez get up out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because he just need help. He needs somebody from the outside that can show him how to maintain distance a lot better. And he always get caught up in those firefights. With a guy with his height and his reach, even at 140, he shouldn't even really be going to war with a guy like Granados like that. It shouldn't even, be. It shouldn't even be remotely close, especially with the hand speed, the foot speed, and just his height and reach. He shouldn't really. That didn't even be close. But he gonna ride out with his father, and they were saying that he was with Kevin Cunningham, but his father, even when he was with Kevin Cunningham, was the one giving all the orders. And this is in boxing. This is why it's important to know when to cut ties with family. And to be honest, he should just make his daddy his manager and go learn from somebody that's proven. They show him how to use his height and his reach. If he having close fights with Granados coming off a knockout, he not gonna be a real threat at 140 in my opinion. I don't see him being no real threat under these circumstances. Mike Stafford, his pops, he ain't beat no Josh Taylor, bro. He can't be no Regis. He not gonna be no Jose Ramirez neither. And motherfuckers just need to keep it 100. He not gonna beat those guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Do he got the tools to beat those guys? Yeah, he got the physical tools, but he don't have the skills to maintain distance, to use his reach, to just the discipline to stay on the outside. Man, he always let these guys get on the inside and drag them into a war. He more Paul Williams than anything else. He may look like Tommy Hearns, you know what I'm saying? He may look long and lanky, and he can, use his height and reach like Muhammad Ali, but that ain't his identity. He fight like the weight classes that he fight at. He fight like a smaller fighter. You know what I'm saying? He want to exchange and go to war with guys. That's it. That's what he want to do. I don't think he a big enough puncher to hang with Regis or hang with Taylor. He need to box, use his height and speed, maintain distance. But like I said, maintaining distance is the hardest thing to do in boxing. Especially when you want to keep somebody on the outside. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of discipline. It takes, good jab, good reflexes. You know what I'm saying? You still got to be offensive. And then when the guy get on the inside, you got to know how to hold and spin out of that, and not get drugged up into a war. But like I said before, I don't see Robert Jr. being the threat in the 140 landscape right now. But that could change with Ramirez, Taylor, Regis, or probably can move up. So I can see him, giving old boy they gave Mario Barrios a tough time. I can see him giving Barrios a tough time. I can see him giving the young guys at 140 a tough time, but current landscape, he wouldn't be champion in this division. I don't see him beating Josh. I don't see him beating Regis. I don't see him beating Taylor. I think Hooker officially moved up. Um, I could see him beating Barrios and the guy Barrios fought. Um, but in actuality, him and Devin Haney would be a good fight for a title down the line. But really, I just think he need to bring somebody else in to show him how to utilize his talents. But it may be too late. It's just my fucking opinion on it. But Lubin and Gallimore, exactly like I thought. Gallimore lost to like Patrick Teixeira on Facebook Watch on Golden Boy, and Gallimore just don't have no skills. He's just a puncher, and I seen that in the J Rock fight. And if you could take his punishment, his pressure, Lubin looked good. Lubin looked energized. He looked crisp. He looked hungry. He looked disciplined. He looked like a more mature fighter. Now, is he ready for Jermall Charlo? Actually, after Jermall Charlo faced Tony Harrison again. But he was definitely ready for Nathaniel Gallimore. I feel like he would beat Terrell Boucher. I feel like the older Lubin, the younger Lubin, would have tried hard to knock Gallimore out. That would have gave Gallimore a chance to knock him out. But how Lubin fought is how Robert Jr. should be fighting. Behind his speed, behind his height, just behind it, not his height so much, behind his abilities. You know what I'm saying? He fought a disciplined, crisp fight. And Kevin Cunningham, he understands southpaw. So that was a great pick by Lubin, a mature pick by Lubin, and said, you know what? My old coach don't know as much. Let me go get with somebody else that's proven. He made a decision that Robert Jr. never made. Even though Robert Jr. made the decision to Kevin Cunningham, his daddy still was giving orders in the corner. So Lubin, that decision that changed Lubin's life. Do you think Lubin versus Charlo rematch at that point? I don't know. You asking me, like, I don't fucking know. Tomorrow ain't promised to know me. I just don't fucking know. So, I mean, if he the mandatory, why not? Because I can't even see Robert getting Easter at, but he can get a belt at 140. Everything about to clear up. But Lubin did what he supposed to do. It wasn't no surprise. Gallimore is just a slugger. He can't fucking box. So I really wasn't paying attention to that fight. Lubin kept distance. He boxed him. It wasn't nothing special. Angel salute. Wasn't nothing special to me. Talk about Joet and Shakur. You know what? The thing about, I don't care about what Fred posted. I seen it. Somebody tell I don't care. I really just don't care. But what's up, C4? Samuel, what's up? I just don't care about that shit, man, no more. Nigga, that's his opinion. It doesn't bother me. I don't care about what they doing. I just care about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all expect for somebody that's butt buddies with PBC? He's so close with Sam, right? Why do I know more shit than he do? Yeah, that's a question y'all gotta ask yourself. I know for a fact Fred don't know the shit that I know. So Fred don't even got more intel than me. Ain't that crazy? Fred close with Sam, real close with him. But I know more than him. How is that? I don't go to no fights like that. How do I know more than him? So I don't get mad at him because he legitimately don't know about them ducking Crawford and shit. He don't know. Because you know why he don't know? Because he run his mouth too fucking much. That's the difference. Had he be able to hold water and not tell everything, he would know more. But he talked too fucking much. You know what I'm saying? He talked. Look here. This so fucked up about it, man. And I don't have nothing against the brother. But when he got banned from Top Rank, from the events, I knew before he knew. He knew like 5 months later. I knew when he got banned from Top Rank. I knew. I ain't say nothing. I ain't tell no niggas involved in that whole Andre war. I ain't say nothing. Zip closed tight. I ain't say nothing. It wasn't my business to tell. I just knew what happened. You know what I'm saying? I could have started a lot of division over there off of that. But I didn't. That's not my MO. I could have started I could have divided that whole community up off that shit. For real. I could have divided that whole community up. The shit that he did that day, come on. But I knew before him. I knew exactly what happened. They wasn't letting that motherfucker back in. I knew that shit before it happened, but I ain't tell the rest of the niggas that he was with what happened. It wasn't my play. So he can, at the end of the day, he ain't got that much juice over there with them niggas. If I know more than him, so shit. If you could hold water, maybe they'd tell him a little bit more. But he can't hold no fucking water. Like I told y'all why Mayweather and Pacquiao ain't happened. Floyd wanted the exhibition. Pacquiao don't want an exhibition. Al and Sam want that fight. They want the Mayweather and Pacquiao because they need that money. How about did he tell y'all niggas that Wilder and Ortiz, that little picture shit they took was at one of Al Mansions? I heard. He tell y'all that. Come on, man. This nigga don't know that, man. Talk too much. When they say don't say this shit, I don't say it. But back to Shakur. We seen the fight. But the thing that be killing me is the double standards, man. I seen a little interview Banco sent to me about Andre Ward, about the double standard. We all know they exist. There's no point to keep harping on them. But what killed me is Joet Gonzalez and his family, his team, they walked out the ring, didn't give Shakur Stevenson his respect. You know what I'm saying? Shakur should have knocked that motherfucker out. Real talk. Shakur went soft on him. He said, I didn't want to fight. And this and that. He should have knocked him out. Sean, I see you. He should have knocked that motherfucker out. Because they nothing but some cold stone racists. That's all it boiled down to. Cold stone racists. It's a lot of worse men that she can be with than Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? And then you're not going to talk to your daughter because she dating a brother. But then again, I seen it before, seen it again. A lot of those like Arab girls and them girls from the Middle East, they do that. They'll just suck you up. They won't let you penetrate. Because they family disown them. And then some that got caught. Look at Mia Khalifa, chose to do porn. She got caught. Her family disowned her, I believe. Joet and his whole family went in there, brothers and everything, walked out the ring. Don't call his sister because she was a black dude. Had Shakur lost and not gave Joet his just dude, he would have got killed. He'd have got killed. Man, respect go all out the window, dog. Sometimes, man, a young Floyd Mayweather would have stopped him. Dating his sister or not dating his sister. No, it ain't even thinking they racist. No two ways around it. Ain't no thinking. They racist. I talked to some of the Mexican homies, dude. They know they racist. They don't like brothers. You know what I'm saying? And they not the only ones. They not the only ones. Trust me, it's some Mexicans out there that's fighters, that's stone cold racist, that they just kept it undercover. You know what I'm saying? But personally, you can say, I don't care what the family think of this and that. But do you really want if they have a kid, do you really want your kid to really grow up in that environment? Because they can hate that kid because he partially black. They can run off and do whatever, but at the end of the day, personally, I wouldn't even fuck with her no more. It ain't nothing to do with her. He might be the love of his life, but motherfucker, what, 22 years old, man, your whole life ahead of you. You dealing with BS already. I'd let that shit go. I just told her, go back to your family. Go back to your family. Because then you got to question, like C4 just said, then you got to question, is she racist? Because if hey, look here, man, if you want to circle, right, and 4 out of 5 people you with 5 people in the circle, and 4 of them smoke, or you in a circle and you a woman and you got 4 friends, you make 5 for your team, 4 of your friends are hoes and they thoughts. Birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Oh, I don't believe those values or those moral." Man, I'm skeptical about everybody. I would just be like, you know what? It's better for you to go back with your family. You know what I'm saying? It's better for your career. They said she fought better when her pops coached her. And I said, it is what it is. Like for you, for a father not to call your daughter because of somebody she date and say, "Oh, she calls, I don't answer." Like, dude, I couldn't deal with it. He said that's crazy how they let that be because that's one of the reasons why the fighters will cheat. You know, and at the end of the day, my whole thing is for him. You too young to be dealing with that. You're not gonna be with her forever. And I was saying this shit on the Facebook page. I said, ain't nobody happily married, dude. You might be happily married for a year. You might be happily married for 3 years. You may happily married for 5 years, but don't nobody be happily married for 10, 20, 30 years. Nobody is completely happy. I don't care what nobody says. Two people in a marriage are not completely happy for a long period of time. And no way he gonna be happy. And she not happy. She not happy. She not completely happy with Shakur Stevenson because she don't have the love from her father and her brother. She not happy. You know, she not completely happy. So I couldn't be in that shit. But he young, he'll learn. And he said he wanted to spar them and to get their respect. Like, dude, I'm not going out my and I'm older though. I'm older than him, way older than him. He'll learn this in life as he go on. You know what I'm saying? And he should, I can't see I couldn't deal with it, but that's the game. But as far as the fight, just got picked apart. Joet won one round, the seventh round. He got picked apart and Shakur mailed it in. In that ring, he kind of reminded me of Pacquiao. Because Pacquiao started feeling sorry for his opponent and he let up. That nigga Goku used to do that shit too. Like, I need a fucking Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? Shakur showing me that he more like Goku, Pacquiao, and them. You know what I'm saying? He passed it. Man, it's KOBK, man. Killed or be killed in the ring. That's what it is. It's killed or be killed in that ring. Ain't no, he's a nice guy, I'm a nice guy, and all that, man. It's killed or be killed in that ring. And if you sitting in there, and you sitting in there, and you sitting in there, and you thinking and having mercy on somebody, man, fuck that. Sister, brother, sister, I don't care. I'd have punished his ass. I'd have made sure he wouldn't be talking to nobody after the fight. They would have had to drag. They'd have took him out on the stretcher. He should have punished him. He should have had no mercy on Cuz. He should have really went to town. Even if he took more punishment, this the fight you taking in. He'd have got I would have beat the respect out of him. I'd have beat my respect out of him. He should have beat the respect out of him. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have that Tyson in you. You know what I'm saying? When you in that ring, ain't no sympathy, dog. I don't know about killed him though, but ain't no sympathy in that ring, dog. Cause if he had an opportunity to take you out, he would have took you out, man. He need to learn that. Man. You need to have that killer instinct. And right then and there, that showed me that he ain't willing to go beyond the call. I wouldn't have gave a fuck about how old girl would have felt. I wouldn't give a fuck how she would have felt. I'd have smoked Cuz. I'd have smoked his ass. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of boxers ain't got that mentality, though. A lot of dudes ain't got that mentality, dog. A lot of these dudes ain't got that mentality, man. Well, this is a different era of boxing. Young Mayweather was a killer. Tyson, killer. You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate the mean fighters today. It ain't too many mean fighters out there, but I appreciate it when I see them. Fighters that have no mercy, dude. It ain't a lot of them. It ain't a lot of mean fighters. I can't even think of a few. Tank, you could say he fight mean, but he don't be fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many destroyers out there. Dream Chaser. Yeah, Jermall Charlo. Yeah, both Charlos. They mean. David Benavidez is probably top the list. He probably the meanest fighter out there to me that I could think of. Benavidez, Crawford, Benavidez, the Charlos. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers to take your ass out. It ain't too many. David Benavidez probably the meanest fighter out there though. David Benavidez probably the meanest one out there. He with the shit. Him and I give his brother too. His brother ain't as good as him, but they with the shit in and out the ring. But Turbia, it's hard to get a. He mean, but it's hard to really sympathize with him because he don't speak English. It's hard to sympathize with him. He don't speak English. Like Benavidez, like part of being mean is talking that shit. Benavidez, man, I'm with the shit inside or outside the ring. But Turbia he's savage. Don't get me wrong. But Benavidez, man, you could tell you could tell when that motherfucker he be throwing them punches, dog. Look at his facial expression. He be trying to snatch your soul out your ass. I fuck with the Benavidez. I fuck with Benavidez, dog. You know what I'm saying? He be trying to turn you into a ghost. If that was Benavidez in there, like that type, if Shakur had the type of personality Benavidez, Jose or David had, he'd have went in there and fucked Joet up. But it wasn't nothing but him picking Joet apart. He picked him apart. I mean, he got the straight left. He got the best straight left hand to the body I've ever seen. I can remember. I ain't gonna say I've ever seen, but I can remember. He got the best straight left. It's effortless. That's a tough punch to pull off. That punch get you knocked out if you ain't got the reflexes. Canelo beats Berturbio off. Man, you crazy than a motherfucker. Berturbio been to killed that motherfucker, dog. If it ain't no catch weight. If it ain't okay, been to kill Canelo ass. Canelo ain't stupid. Berturbio been to kill that. Canelo barely beating motherfucking Triple G. You know what I'm saying? And like I said in my and I'll talk about Canelo Kovalev in a minute. Give me a minute. Yeah, Wilder, he in there. He in there. You be looking at that motherfucker Benavidez face, he be like, that nigga be mad as hell. I'm like, damn. And Benavidez go for the eye. He was mollywhopping motherfucking the real eye. I said, I can't even be mad at it. Triple G got he got a chin because he got a chin, but he don't be fighting nobody. That nigga Triple G don't be fighting nobody. Canelo and motherfucking what's the nigga he just fought? Dervinchenko. Danny Jacobs fought like a bitch. I still think he won though. But Taylor and Regis, that was a good ass fight. Exactly how I thought. It wasn't close at all. Niggas thought I was tripping. But when I seen Al Bernstein had the same score as me, I said that shit wasn't close. Regis Prograis got fucked up. I don't know what niggas was watching. That fight wasn't even close. And they said the eye was caused by a headbutt. And that's the only reason he took 2 rounds in the ends because of Taylor eye, which I felt Taylor should have went to orthodox for the last 2 rounds. But hey, like I said before, Regis Prograis hadn't fought nobody. He was smaller than Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor was bullying him on the inside. Early on, Taylor tried to kind of fill him out on the outside. In the first round, Regis hit him with a good jab, and I think he might have slipped on the sticker. From that point on, Taylor just started getting inside, started whooping him. Regis couldn't. Regis wasn't strong enough to hold his own on the inside. You know, he wasn't strong enough to hold his own on the inside. He landed some good shots, and I think the shots that he landed, he expected Josh Taylor to crumble for him. But Taylor was so much bigger in the ring and so much stronger. He ate his shit, and he was working Regis to the body. They was throwing some real leather to the body the first 3 or 4 rounds of that fight. That was some real leather to the body. That was some real leather they was throwing. They was in some shape. They was in some shape that fight. I'm gonna say that. Regis Prograis was in great shape. Taylor was in great shape. Because at that point, that fight shouldn't even have really went as high paced as it was after 6 rounds. They still was going to war. But Regis Prograis couldn't let his hands go because he couldn't find him. He found him a couple times, but Taylor would just respond and with bigger punches, body shots. He beat him up on the inside, and he had Regis on the run. Regis started moving around the ring a little faster. Regis was scared to really engage and press the fight until the end, until the eye got messed up. Taylor had his way. Taylor had his way. He was the better fighter, and he hit Regis with a couple uppercuts. That's what happened when you don't have experience. Experience matters. Experience truly does matter, man. Resumes matter. Had Regis Prograis had 1 or 2 tough fights leading up to that, it ain't his fault that Postol didn't want to fight him and Ramirez didn't want to fight him. But he was able to fight Postol or Ramirez. I think that fight would have been a lot more closer than it was because he had a diversity of his nose busted, eye cut a little bit, but he tough. Regis took some punishment. Regis showing that he wasn't scared to walk through the storm, and he finished stronger than I thought he was. So he got tired at one point. I think it was because the nose was busted. They got that under control, and then he started moving forward when the eye got messed up. He dug down deep. Do you think AB done? I think he said he coming back. He kept saying, I'm going to come out of retirement and become franchise champion. Regis Barashnik, yeah, be a good fight. Barashnik just fought too. Yeah, that uppercut was real good from Taylor. Taylor told you he one of the best fighters out there. You could say he beat him up in sparring too. I didn't know that. You could say he beat him up in sparring. Oh, Taylor beat the shit out of Lomachenko at 140. If he was pushing Regis around like that, what do you do to Lomachenko? But Regis will be back. For sure. Regis will definitely be back. He just got to work on inside fighting. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He can't rely on his power. He fell in love because every opponent he hit, it was dropping. He fell in love with his power. He'll learn how to change up the speed, how to kind of not fight with the same rhythmic movement, break tendencies, but he'll get better. You know what I'm saying? The head movement stopped. It did. The head movement stopped when he got in the war. When he couldn't fight at his pace, you know what I'm saying? And all that shit stopped. And he just started going to war. But he showed a tremendous jaw. He wanted to chase him to the end. Taylor was coming to him the whole fight. A couple times he reset a little bit, but but most part it was Taylor just bullying him on the inside and pushing him back, laying his weight on him. But Marcus salute. They was in shape. They was in some shape. And it's talking about Taylor being fighter of the year. My whole thing is if Andy Ruiz win versus Joshua, I think he should be fighter of the year in the rematch. If not, Taylor, Errol, I think those are two ones that come up. Manui Watkins, he gonna probably win the tournament. Or if Donaire win it, that's probably who I give it to. If Donaire beat Manui, to me he clear fighter of the year if Ruiz lose. But if he don't win it, I would go with if Ruiz don't win and Donaire win, I'll go with him. But if Donaire lose and Ruiz lose, it'll be between Errol and Taylor, in my opinion. If Donaire win, it won't be debatable. No, it's gonna be a knockout. What next for Taylor? I don't know. He probably try to fight Ramirez. If Ramirez says he's open to fight, he gonna beat Ramirez. Mexican homie's crazy. He gonna beat the shit out of Ramirez. That's gonna be an easier fight than Regis. They gonna try to rob him though. He need to go in there with the mindset of stopping Taylor. I still like Regis over Jose Ramirez. Ramirez, he getting a lot better, but him just being reluctant to fight guys, and he got a lot of problems. He able to beat Hooker. Hooker, to be real, is like a C plus fighter. And no disrespect to him, but he's a C plus fighter. You know what I'm saying? Zepeda almost beat him. People call Zepeda a B minus fighter. Mark Blake. You know what I'm saying? Who really Moraes really beat? Amir Ahman? Granales just had knocked him out. He struggled with Zepeda. He a strong guy. That's his best attribute. His stamina, his strength, and just coming forward. Do you think these cats fight enough? I mean, who else you gonna get fighter of the year to? No, they don't fight enough to be fighter of the year. Not from going off back in the day. They don't fight enough. But what can I do? Everybody fighting once, twice a year. I can't do shit about it. I seen one water commercial while I was watching football yesterday. I didn't watch Sunday Night Football. I was watching John Moran and Kyrie go at it. That shit was good as hell. Prograis said he ready for Bud. Give it to him. Give it to him. You know, Josh Taylor didn't switch up not one time on him. He fought him out of southpaw. That must have been a plan. But I mean, I'm not writing Regis off. That'd be stupid. Can Taylor beat Hooker? Man, you crazy as hell. Hell yeah, beat the shit out of Hooker. But I think Hooker moved up though. He been to stump the hole in that nigga asshole. he be having two shit holes. He said how Champ started getting an interview with Crawford and giving other niggas the confidence to interview. I've been telling y'all Crawford been interviewing with black people. Dude, that nigga ain't the first nigga to interview Crawford. I told y'all niggas that, man. He don't interview with them other niggas. Y'all niggas be killing me. Oh, he don't want to interview with... No, he don't want to interview with them niggas. He interviewed with Scotty. He got a few niggas that interviewed Terence Crawford. That shit is truly a lie. It ain't even it's a lie. That's a big, big fucking lie. And the whole thing that happened with Town, he said he wasn't even tripping on it. You know, he said he wasn't tripping on it. He said, you know, he wasn't tripping on it, and you know, it is what it is. But that's because the niggas think everybody part of the LDBC. And Fred got niggas not liking that nigga. For me, that shit don't matter to me, nigga. My career don't hang on interviews, nigga. I ain't got time for niggas' attitudes. I ain't got time for niggas playing around. I ain't got time for niggas being disrespectful. If I do interviews, it's gonna be in a truly professional sport, nigga. It's gonna be NBA, NFL, college sports. I'm not interviewing these niggas, dog. These niggas really think like they can treat niggas any type of way. I seen a nigga say, Broner told the nigga, I'm gonna get the gun, I'm gonna go to the car and get the chopper on your ass. Man, nigga, he wouldn't have made it to the car. He wouldn't have made it. I can't sit there and do that, man. I'm sorry. I can't sit. And then you got to hold what you say. And then you got coaches calling other niggas saying he don't like what you said in your video. Look here, man. They watch this shit. Man. I got stories for days about niggas getting mad about what somebody else said. For real. Coaches, fighters, managers. You know what I'm saying? I got stories for days. It's so much shit that motherfuckers don't know. It's so much shit you don't know, dog. You know, you can't say, when you interview these niggas, you can't truly be objective. Because you like some of the guys, and then you scared if you pick against them, they get mad. Like, dog, like, boxing is a totally different like atmosphere when it comes from that. I ain't telling nobody stories, man. I ain't telling nobody stories. It's a lot of shit that went on, dog. It ain't for me to tell. It ain't for me to say shit. It's their personal opinion. If they want to eventually come out and tell it, they can come out and tell it. But it ain't for me to tell. But yeah, it's a lot of shit where niggas, you know, get mad and stuff of that nature. All you said, and then you don't even. And then you got, in the cases, you got people saying shit, and somebody get offended, but they didn't even know they said nothing to offend somebody. It's just like boxing is just a whole totally different world. Then going to the fights is a totally different thing too. You dealing with double standards and bigotry going to the fights. Trust me, you dealing with bigotry going to the fights. You know what I'm saying? And to be real, Top Rank get the best structure for new media. Believe it or not, Top Rank give you the best structure. They don't have no second other than Terence and Fury, who deal with Magna Media. Top Rank, they got their own shit, so they don't go through a third party. Top Rank, like, people, you know, you motherfuckers be like, oh man, why, you know, such and such, you know, go to only do Top Rank fights, or he don't get, like, dude, you go to the fight. They don't treat everybody not equal when you get in that backstage. Everybody don't have equal access. They don't treat you equally. You know, they might put you They might put you all the way in the top of the arena and tell you to cover the fight from all the way at the top where the banners are. They might tell you to cover the fight from all the way in the top. Meanwhile, Ellie Sackback and Marco Rivera, they sit front row. So at the end of the day, you don't need no credentials. Especially you go to the Barclays Center, they got a whole area where the fighters come in and come out at, and they got like a little welcome table. So even at Madison Square Garden, you can see fighters coming in and out of Madison Square lobby all day. You go find a hotel they staying at. So to be honest, to get in, like it's really like, to me, it's pointless to go to the fight, because unless you just want a free ticket, which I can finance my own way, it's pointless because you got an interview, but then Fight Hype sitting next to you still in your interview. You asking the questions. So in actuality, you better off catching the fighters coming in and coming out. But it's a lot of bullshit, man. You don't know who cool, who not cool. You just don't know. You don't know who, you don't know who you can talk to, who gonna be an asshole with you. Oh, you that nigga? Like, just dealing with too much, man. But some people, some people page depend on interviews. That's what they do. Me personally, like I got mine out the mud. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no boxer synonymous with my channel. I got it out the mud. I got off my brain, but I don't know niggas who get the interviews. Cause I did it at one point in time. Back in the day, I didn't want to do it. But I was fortunate enough to interview guys that was super duper cool. But you hear about the horror interviews, Amir Mine, I ain't saying nobody name, channel name. He gave a shitty ass interview. Devin Alexander ran niggas around before. You got your few. You got your few, but like I said before, man, it is what it is. Coffee, I see you. So I ain't feel like I had to hold my opinion to nobody, or you said this, you said, man, fuck that. You hurt my feelings. But congratulations to Shakur, Josh Taylor, Robert Jr. I know I got love for Bunny. Had to keep it real on there. And Erickson Lubin, that's still my guy. I like Lubin. Even when he lost, I still was rocking with Lubin, man. So I like Kevin Cunningham. He cool. But yeah, man. I heard that Errol Spence ain't that okay. I seen the boxing voice talking about it this morning, but I know I ain't gonna say I know for a fact they saying he okay. They saying he okay, but I know he ain't okay. Interview once, Austin Trout, Timothy Bradley, old coach Joel Diaz, Peter Quillen, mate, Peter Quillen. I had Gary Russell on this channel once. Yeah, I seen him at the Barclays Center. A few. I ain't had no bad experience, but I know plenty of niggas who did. So, I just know that he ain't healthy. And Danny Garcia want to fight in January. And I heard Pacquiao today would consider Mikey or Manny. That's what he considering. So, I guess it'll be Danny get the first crack, then Mikey get the second crack. He waiting on Mayweather still. I'll touch on that in a second. I heard his jaw is fractured. I don't know what's going on, but Danny Garcia not trying to wait around. So Danny and Pacquiao is probably most likely going to be in some type of order. Manny and Danny might be for the interim, or he might fight Mikey first. I don't know what's going on with that. But Danny Garcia is definitely in the running for a Pacquiao fight. That's probably going to be in January. But Errol Spence gifted it to him, by being reckless, by being stupid. And Errol Spence ain't 21, 20, 22, 23, 24 like tanking them. Errol Spence is 29 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's 29 years old, and he may never be the same fighter after this. You know what I'm saying? He threw away. He fucked up everything in boxing. I'm telling y'all, it's so many parallels. It's so many parallels with Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. I swear to God, it is. It is. Errol Spence may not be out as long as Keith Thurman, which I think he should take his time to heal up. What's up, Panunas? I don't know what's her name. LA2, I see you. It's so many parallels, man. You know what I'm saying? Both started off wanting to smoke. As both stepped up in competition as fighters do, the knockouts stopped coming. Keith Thurman suffered injury, not Errol Spence suffered a car accident. You know what I'm saying? And, at the end of the day, held up the division once again. And I kept telling y'all, nigga, when niggas was on 78 shit saying, oh, marinate the Crawford Errol Spence fight. It need to build up, man, nigga. Like he said, I said, that shit need to happen now. Look here, Errol Spence may never be the same fighter. Terence Crawford may never be the same fighter. Think about that, even though he active, 32 years old, man, nigga, anything can happen. Anything can happen. This nigga Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, they so similar. This shit is crazy. He said Errol Spence didn't knock out the guys not the same. Yes, it is. He stepped up a competition. What are you talking about? He stepped up. Mikey was to step up a competition. According to the pound for pound list, he didn't stop him. He did not stop him. He did not stop him. Y'all like Ennis. When they step up a competition and start making some money, to stop it just happened. He can't. Man, Brook wasn't no step up, bro. Brook wasn't no. Y'all can consider Brook was a beat down fighter. Let's keep it real. That wasn't Errol Spence's fault. That wasn't no Kell Brook. That wasn't no respectable fight. That nigga was broken down. Talking about broke down S6 S10. That nigga wasn't the same fighter, bro. Stop trying to ignore it. When he stepped up versus a fully healthy fighter, the knockout stopped coming. He stepped to the Sean Porter, the knockout stopped coming. For Keith Thurman, Bundu, Robert Guerrero. He should have stopped Guerrero, but he didn't. Then he fought Sean and Danny, the stoppage just stopped coming. Errol Spence on the same path, dog. Them niggas, this shit is scary. Now he get injured in a car accident. Quite frankly, he should take the whole next year off. Quite frankly, he should take the whole next year off. He should take the whole next year off. And then he should tune up in his IBF. But he done took years off his career. However you look at it, even if he missed a year, he missed a month, he missed a day. That accident took time off his life. His body probably never be like the same as it was, but as we get older, that shit don't happen. Well, you wild? I ain't wild, bro. That Kell Brook, get the fuck up out of here. That nigga wasn't no fucking Kell Brook no more. Even though I felt that, looking at it, he probably still would have beat Kell Brook. Looking back on it, but that wasn't no fucking, come on, that wasn't no step up fucking fight. That nigga was beat up. The motherfucker was the Terminator. That nigga was the Terminator. That nigga should take the whole next year off. That's what I would do. Hold on. I'll take the whole next year off, rehab, chiroprac, just make sure I'm 100% good. And it might do some good for that motherfucker. It might do some good for that motherfucker. Lee, salute. This might be the chance where he might need some time off. Especially when you're doing the same shit over and over again. Same strength conditioning program, same this and that. Your body gets snapped. So this rest off, he might come back. He might come back mentally stronger. He might come back physically fresher. He may not be the same, but he might be fresher. Sometimes God do shit. Sometimes God do stuff for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And this can be an eye opener. Vegan is somebody who don't eat nothing from animals, dude. That's what a vegan is. You eat nothing from animals. Not cheese, not meat, none of that. That shit is expensive. But people that eat like tofu, that got estrogen in it. You know what I'm saying? People that eat vegan, they still be fat than a motherfucker. Long story short, just to talk about diet for a minute, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. So if you eat in moderation, you're not gonna have too much problem. You can't overindulge. You know what I'm saying? The whole vegan craze, bullshit. Animals was put here to be ate. Motherfuckers didn't watch The Lion King. Vegan is not good for you to be a boxer. It's not good for you to be a boxer. You need that. You need that unless you're gonna supplement that protein. But the best protein, amino acids, which is the building blocks of protein, is to get it from your food, which is usually you get it from hemp. It's the highest has the most protein. Anything else, spinach. Get it from beans. You don't have to get it from meat, but people believe what they want to believe. You doing all this vegan shit, and then your tap water is causing cancer. You doing all this vegan shit, and your cell phone radiation is causing cancer. You doing all this vegan shit. You cooking your vegan burger in a non-stick pan. In a non-stick pan, the stuff they put on it for it not to stick is causing cancer. You heating up your vegan meal in the microwave, it causes cancer. It don't matter. You can't win. It don't matter. You can't win. Motherfucker, eat as good as you want to eat. You can eat perfect. You still gonna die. Because you can't stop it. Wi-Fi radiation, cell phone radiation, microwave radiation. However you want to twist it. Even the very fucking vegan food you eating that's been processed, some of that shit been processed too. You gonna die regardless. You gonna die fucking regardless. I remember this dude I used to work with. His name was Mr. fucking Thomas. He was an older guy. This motherfucker used to be talking about what motherfuckers eating and not eating and whatever. He was a real health conscious guy. That motherfucker, man, after I stopped where he dropped dead. That motherfucker was a healthy, conscious dude. About a year later, man, that motherfucker dropped dead. He was a good dude, though. Don't matter. They got it in for you regardless. All these diseases is man-made. I remember back in the day, they was getting Aquafina water out the Detroit River. It was a big ass, I think it was a big ass lawsuit. Nigga, go look at the Detroit River. Even if you fucking take that water, clean it out, tell me you want to drink out the Detroit River. Tell me. Somebody want to eat out the Detroit River. All this medication you get as you get older and you get on this medication, Point of View Boulevard, all this medication you get on, man, that shit end up fuck you up too. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter. It don't matter. You just gotta stay away from the bullshit. The pork. You know what I'm saying? I stay away from the pork. The red meat. Shit that take a long time to break down in your body. It's basically you can't beat death. That's just what you eat all this, you eat so good and you don't drink, you end up dying. So either way. What's up? But what's up, Courtney? That motherfucking Errol Spence gonna allow Manny Pacquiao to get off the hook. He gonna fight Danny Garcia. He gonna fight Mikey Garcia probably. And Errol, I wouldn't rush it. You know what I'm saying? If I don't feel right, don't do it. But it's crazy though, man. It's crazy, but I don't know where Sean stand. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where Sean stand, to be honest. But Danny and Mikey, I mean, Danny too slow. Danny got a better chance of beating Errol than you do Manny. Even if Errol 100% healthy the way he was. Manny just too fast. It's a bad matchup. Manny too fast. Either Danny gonna have to catch Manny Pacquiao, his feet and hands too slow, man. It's cash out. Cash out. Cash out. He got good power. It's cash out. He ain't gonna beat Manny Pacquiao. Even if the Broner that came in and fought Pacquiao, I think Danny Garcia still lose. So, Danny looked good versus Granados. He looked more lively. He looked more He looked more. His skin tone looked better. He looked more healthier. But I always thought that was a bad matchup for him. Now, Mikey. Obviously, Danny got a much better chance to beat Mikey than. I mean, Danny got a better chance to beat Manny than Mikey do. But I don't know how Mikey gonna fare with Manny. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's going to beat him with timing. Um, timing. That's how you beat Pacquiao. Timing. You got to counter him, but what Marquez did is an anomaly. You know what I'm saying? Even Floyd couldn't recreate that storm again, but we'll have to see. But other than that, man, I've been hearing about Charlo. Um, they caught up with Ronnie Shields, and I guess he was in Reading, Pennsylvania for the Lubin card fight. Lubin and Nathaniel Gallimore. And he said that Demetrius Andrade don't bring anything to the table. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of got the internet buzzing. A lot of different people. Demetrius Andrade retweeted it out. Shout out to the brother Ivan on Twitter. He called it, man. I think it was Ivan Rodriguez or something like that. He called it up on Twitter, and I reposted it. And everybody's starting to see, man. Like, real talk, man. Everything that I heard from behind the scenes is coming to fruition, man. It's a lot of premier boxing champions, guys that's happy getting low risk fights with high reward. And who wouldn't be? If you can go to your job and you can just do the easiest job at your job and get the most money versus doing the hardest job and getting good money. Most people gonna really get the money. He said I would try 3-day only water. I've been drinking water straight since May, nigga. Bullshit you not. Only thing I drink besides water is my protein smoothies, man. I make them with either almond milk or they make them at the gym. I got a few smoothie shops. I mean protein smoothie shops I go to. But other than that, it's great, to be honest. I was only supposed to do it for the summer, but I kept doing it because my bladder feel better. I ain't never got to run to the bathroom at all. I never got to run to the bathroom. I never got to be in a rush to go to the bathroom unless I drink a ton of water at once. But shit, great. You ain't gonna never all that waking up in the middle of the night pissing. That shit gonna be done with. Man. When you drink a lot of sugary drinks, that sugar make you wake up in the morning and go piss like a motherfucker, man. I ain't gotta do shit. I ain't woke up in the middle of the night to piss in a minute. You trying to put? I only use if me personally, optimum nutrition. Yep. You probably want to get the bulk. I don't know what they bulk look like. I ain't never have a problem with bulking, but they got the best shit. I like the hydro platinum way. That shit more for. That ain't for putting weight on though. That's their best shit though to me. But yeah, the bulk shit. GNC got a straight little brand too though. It's straight. I use GNC brand before. They pretty good. But Optimal Nutrition is the best. You got Muscle Tech too. Muscle Tech pretty cool. I like they NO2. I used to take that back in the day. It's real good. And they NO. I don't know if it's still good, but Twin Labs used to have the dopest amino acid. They have amino acids that make your muscles harder, rip you up, or bulk you up. So my tune. I never heard of my tune. I use Optimum if I can. But my boy, he work at GNC. I gotta put another order in. So all the new shit he be getting, he be telling me about what to get, what not to get, what's good and what's not good. But yeah, they got shit for bulk. Or you can go to they got hemp protein too. Hell yeah, that might be good for you. But I heard that might cause a little bit of diarrhea at first. But they got hemp protein. Always do peanut butter and jelly. My roommate in college, he was trying to put weight on for football. He did peanut butter and jelly. And pretty much that's it. And eating before bed, that'll put some weight on you. Used to be on snack. Man, I was supposed to try snack, dog. I'm gonna try that shit. I'm gonna give me a snack order in. I'm gonna try it. But I like Optimal Nutrition. They're a little bit expensive, but it work. What's up, Darnell? LSU the best team in the country, Darnell. What you think? Was me over Lubin about to fight on Showtime look empty? Yeah, I was in Reading, Pennsylvania. Anybody live there? Anybody live there? You should be on isopure brand. I took isopure brand before. It's straight. I think I might got some in there. I might got some of that shit in there. I think it was the last time what I got. I got Taylor beats Ramirez and unified belts. Do you see him going on after Crawford? I wouldn't. Not immediately. I wouldn't. But talk about the Charlo Cub, and I get to questions. Ronnie Shields said that Demetrius don't bring nothing to the table, and we don't talk about fights that can't be made. But they talking about Jermall Charlo and them is talking about fighting Canelo. Last time I checked, Canelo and Demetrius Andrade both fought on the zone. And then after 2 fights after Kovalev, Canelo gonna work with Eddie Hearn, I heard. He gonna leave Golden Boy and work with Eddie and start his own promotional company like Devin Haney. So Canelo and plus the Golden Boy gonna want Jermall Charlo to sign a multi-fight deal. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he look good versus Dennis Hogan. So you talking about Triple G, you talking about Canelo. So at the end of the day, those 2 fights that can't happen either then. Just like Demetrius Andrade, because they not fighting on his own. They fight on his own. So, you know, they said Demetrius don't bring nothing to the table, but what do Dennis Hogan bring to the table? Yeah, he almost beat Jaime Munguia. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Demetrius Andrade, he a lot of things, man. A lot of people think he a clown, but his story adding up now. You know, anytime they get to talking about he the B side, he the A side, he the C, that's duck shit. Oh, they said Ronnie Shields went on the Boxing Voice and said they want $10 million for the fight. They want $10 million for the fight. So everything adding up that they don't want the fight, they ducking. And don't get me wrong, that's a bad style for him. Andrade mobility is too bad. That's a bad style for him. It's a high risk, lower reward fighting than Canelo. Joe Burrow, man, the truth. Yeah, but they may not even play. Ohio State the truth though. I ain't gonna lie. Them motherfuckers, man. Ooh, it should be called the OSU 10, not the Big 10. But I think the old Jermall Charlo, would have gave Boo Boo a good fight. LSU, State, Ohio, Oklahoma, Alabama, Clip. Oh, Oklahoma just lost, fool. They lost to Kansas State. I watched that. Uh, Renardo hit me up like, man, they getting beat. I'm at Red Robins. I look up, man, they getting the shit beat out of their ass by K State, KSU. Andrade keep calling him out if he really wanted to fight. He did. He keep calling him out. Charlo and them don't want to fight. They ask for behind the scenes and they don't want to fight. Kimmy Kale, salute. So I mean, it is what it is. I think that'll be an event that I would go to because both the fighters black. I can see it going either way. I can see Charlo getting out boxing 12 rounds, or I can see him clipping Jermall. I can see Jermall clipping him. I ain't watched no college. I watched the Michigan game and Notre Dame game, and I watched a little bit of Oklahoma. They've been exciting this year, though, to be honest. Except for Alabama not playing over. They stalling Boo Boo out. This is what Boo Boo did to himself, though. He's 32, but, you know. UFC will. Oh, yeah, with Jose Mesadov, I'm saying fucking, and Nate Diaz. Yeah, I'm watch both. Focus film, salute. Yeah, I'm thinking about coming down to Atlanta for the tank if I can. Let me see. Car smoke, dude. Taylor better stay in his lane. Yeah, that's. I don't think Taylor ready for that yet. It'd be a good fight though. I wouldn't rush into it. I would let Taylor get a belt. Let Errol move on and get a belt. I think Taylor got a better chance at just waiting it out. How you feel about Ness putting? I love that shit. I'm Mauricio Suleiman Jr. This was always starting something. That nigga was getting mad as hell. That was the best interview so far this year, other than the Andre Ward Fred interview. That motherfucker, that motherfucker, man, he was going in. He knows some bullshit, man. I'll talk about that in a minute, but it is what it is. Charlo, Demetrius did it to himself though, but I think him and Charlo should fight. But if not, Charlo want to wait around for Canelo to give him an opportunity, or he want to wait around or move up for David Benavidez. It is what it is. I feel that him and Charlo, him and Andrade should fight. I mean, it'll be a good thing for us, but them fight Dennis Hogan's of the world and Arthur Kovas of the world or Walter Cage of the world or Jorge Sebastian Highlands of the world. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Don't nobody want to see that shit. But if Demetrius Andrade beat Triple G or beat Canelo, then he gonna be wanting to fight him. Then the story gonna change. So it is what it is. Let me see what else, man. I'll get to questions in a minute. I'll make sure I cover everything because I ain't been live in a second. I'll talk about Canelo Kovalev in a minute. Fury, do we really need to talk about it, man? Fury doing everything under the sun, dog. Fury act like he got a death sentence versus Wilder. This motherfucker doing WWE, MMA. He trying to fill off his cross everything off his list before he can't walk no more. Fuck with Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He trying to crush. He trying to crush cross air. He trying to knock his list off. He trying to say, I'm gonna do all this shit before Wilder KO me again. Make sure I cover everything. Make sure I cover everything. Oh, y'all heard Lara? It might be a chance that Lara and J Rock might be on the same card as the main event on the Harrison Charlo 2 card. So maybe that's the reason they take so long to announce that card. But it's hers gonna be December 21st, New York City, Barclays Center. And I think they discussing Lara and Williams fighting on that card. Or it could be January 18th, or Williams can go just do something else January 18th. So there's a chance that Lara and Williams might fight this year, might fight next year, might not fight at all. So that is what it is on that. Um, that'd be a good fight. I think it can go in either way. That's a risk that I don't think J Rock should have to take. But that's also going on, and the whole thing about Lomachenko being franchise champion, and he also could be undisputed. It's what we've been dealing with in boxing forever. At some point, somebody needs to take the reins and lead black boxing out of this abyss that we in. AB was clowning the franchise belt with he was clowning the franchise belt with Steven Espinoza and talking about them expunging the loss off of Lomachenko resume. It's up on Fight Hype, and I definitely agree with him. That's a whole bunch of BS in the game, but you know what? It's a shame that the WBC created an avenue for you to get a belt without fighting. You know what I'm saying? How do you get a belt without fighting? To me, and I'm gonna keep it real, Demetrius Andrade, not Demetrius Andrade, but Devin Haney and Jermall Charlo, they ain't no world champions to me. Devin Haney don't even get to experience the new WBC, or Jermall don't get to experience the new WBC champion. It came to that point. Are they gonna protect a black fighter from a white fighter or a Mexican fighter for the WBC franchise belt? Every fighter should dump that belt out. Every black fighter should dump that belt in the trash can. They should dump all their belts in the trash can. And Al Heyman or Dana White, if he want to get in, they should create their own belt. You know what I'm saying? Where the fighters pay sanctioning fees and something come out of it. They give back to the community. Because Mauricio Sulaiman, the WBC franchise belt, it represents somebody that's exemplary, champion, and did great. He got the name, and Lomachenko was a 2-time gold medal. What that got to do with the WBC? Well, Lomachenko saved 2 cats out of Miss Reed's tree. He saved 2 cats out of Miss Reed's tree. I remember one time, he changed my tire in my Benz. Lomachenko was the greatest guy of all time. Come on, fuck about here. Now you can get a belt without fighting. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, the only champion to me out the young dudes right now because he fought for his belt at least. He fought somebody 4 years older than him, undefeated, ain't been beat before. Who Devin Haney fought? Some guy we never heard of. And all of a sudden he a champion. And I talking about Lomachenko could be undisputed. How? How can Lomachenko be undisputed? How can he be undisputed is what I'm questioning. How can he be undisputed? I don't know how. But the game don't love nobody. I asked some questions real quick. I got some questions I answer. You can say that about a lot of guys who champions who ain't fought nobody. To be real, in their weight class or just in general. You say that about a lot of guys. I'm gonna get questions in a minute. I gotta put my FanDuel dummy line up in real quick. I won some bread yesterday. I beat my niggas yesterday. I almost didn't play this week. Shout out to Drew Brees and Michael Thomas. Latavius Murray. I already know they gonna let me plug this. See, I'm too late. He say Shakur the best. Who he fought. Y'all got any questions? I answer them real quick. I wonder why he's the greatest dancer. I wonder why and I have see. That's surely not treating Charlo as a champion, or he's not getting paid as a champion. Nope. 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 What are your thoughts on Chris Colbert? Oh, he a beast. He one of my favorite young guys out there. I think he's still growing, so he gonna have to find a weight class to settle in. But until the end, I like what he's doing, man. He only want to fight undefeated guys. He only want to fight the top guys, and you gotta respect that out of him. You know, once he grow into a weight class or settle at a weight class, he'll be world champion. He'll punch harder. Him and Shakur gonna punch harder, for sure. Him and Shakur are definitely gonna punch a lot harder than they are now. Hold on, real quick. I'm waiting on Richard Hitchens to step up. That's Mayweather Promotions fault. He want to step up, but they won't let him. Who wins if Boo Boo moves up and fight David Benavidez? Probably Benavidez. Heavier guy. Boo Boo ain't even been at middleweight that long. Covered like he could fight at 140. He more closer to 30, 35, but he'd beat you out there. Out of what's that boy name? Ryan Garcia. He beat shit out of Ryan Garcia. Gary Russell, little brother, the most underrated part. Oh yeah, the one that beat Ennis. Yeah, Anton. Yeah, he underrated. You think Mikey should fight in the 140-pound division? Yeah, I heard he supposed to be tuning up down there soon. Who else down there to fight now? He fight Taylor. That's just as dangerous as fight Manny Pacquiao. At this point, I think Loma should fight Devin after he unifies the winner of Lopez and Comey and get that out the way. He ain't gonna fight him. So Cobra walks around at 50, 158. He ain't gonna fight him. That Bob Arum told him he not gonna get a shot. Loma gonna move down, probably fight Burchett, and then move down again, fight a New Yuan, or he gonna fight Nervades or somebody like that. They gonna let Loma move down and wait and get away with it. Y'all know how I go. Did you see the sparring match of Mayweather Gym on Dante? Who you talking about? Richardson, Hitchin, and Devin Haney was sparring? Stephen Fox fought the most underrated. He fought most undefeated fighters. Yeah, Brandon Figueroa. He ran from that nigga too. He ran from him. Fulton, I didn't even know Fulton beat Joshua Greer. That's crazy. I know Tank lying, but if he fought Josh Taylor next, he gets stopped in 4. Tank said that he'd fight Josh Taylor. Taylor been beat the dog walk the shit out of Pikachu. Ali, he said that. I'm Team Haney, but I just think he needs 1 or 2 fights before stepping up to fight a champion. I'll shout to James Valdez. Salute. I mean, let him fight Loma right now then. I mean, shit, if he ready to fight and he the mandatory or he the interim title, well, he was the interim title holder, let him fight him. He said he'll fight Josh out there. I mean, man, that motherfucker won't even fight Lomachenko. You gonna fight Josh Taylor. Man, he been beat the shit out that nigga. He been to beat the crap out of Tank. You won't even fight Lomachenko. You talking about moving up another way, man? Please. I'll pay to see that. I'll pay to see that. Yeah, Tank don't even want to fight Gary Russell, bro. He said he gonna fight Leo Santa Cruz on pay-per-view next year. I ain't paying for it. Straight up. I might pay for it. I don't know. I'd love to see Leo Santa Cruz get knocked out. Oh, but yeah, Canelo and Kovalev gonna be on pay-per-view. They're gonna be at the movies this week. So if you don't feel like paying $20 at see the zone, we'll go pay $20 to see it at the movies. Yeah, they gonna be on at the movie theater. I found that out last week. Tank don't even want to fight Gary. Boo versus I think I said Benavidez, bro. Crazy. Tank don't even want to fight Devin Haney while we talking about Devin Haney. He don't even want to fight Devin. They're trying to set up little Canelo, that Alvaro dude, to fight Brandon Figueroa, but Fulton stopped him to the body, and Figueroa said he ain't want that smoke. Hell yeah, 2 Figueroas beat up in 1 year. Al know he been protecting his Mexicans. I think Shakur beats Tank. I know I'm picking Devin Haney to beat Tank too. What if Leo Santa Cruz beat up Tank? I'd laugh my ass off, bro. I'd be mad, but it'd be funny at the same time. All right, let me get out of here. I pick up the kid. I appreciate it, man. I'll try to go live again tomorrow, especially if some big news pop off. And then at the end of the week, we'll go live about Canelo Kovalev. But I did the prediction video. It's appreciate the love, support. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time we gone.